Peace. What's good, y'all? It's your brother God Signs up in here once again. Shout out, special salute to the few that do watch the videos and subscribe. Really appreciate y'all. True indeed. Hope everybody's doing great out here. I'm out here like Ralph Smart and breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Yeah. Nice, beautiful day. Now, I just wanted to talk. Let's talk some hip hop, man. Two things, man. First, I'm very disappointed to hear that Pete Rock would not be linking up with CL Smooth. Now, if you know, or in your 40s like me, you know, I was born in 1980, you know about Pete Rock and CL Smooth, you know what I'm saying? Two legends, you know, two great albums. A lot of people argue about the first album being better than the second album, The Main Ingredient, Mecca and the Soul Brother. I think the first one was a lot better. It was a little bit more groundbreaking. Pete Rock was one of those producers that sampled horns, and as a producer, I used to study him like, yo, he used to really, the horns that he sampled, I think it distincted him and created his own sound. And I see him doing a lot of projects. He just got a project out with Common, which is dope. You know what I mean? If y'all ain't hear it, go listen to it. The Auditorium, I think that's the name of it. But it's dope. It got some dope tracks on that. But nobody sounds better than CL Smooth on the Pete Rock track. I mean, Reminisce is like one of the greatest hip-hop songs ever created. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Music is subjective. Some people might disagree with it. Y'all love to disagree. You know what I mean? And let me just say this before I even go on. If y'all don't like my channel, don't watch. You know what really freaking gets me? It's like, it's a real weird phenomenon. It's like you have these people, right? And you have a channel and they can't stand that channel. But anytime that channel puts up a video or they go live, they'll be like, oh, I can't stand this dude. But they will take their time out of their day, go to the channel, watch the live, just to put in the comments, I can't stand you, or some weird stuff. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I come from an era when the internet didn't exist. So to me, it's kind of weird. You know, I made a comment, my opinion on Charleston White, people telling me to mind my business. Did y'all tell everybody else that? No. Charleston White is a public figure, all right? That's what he's, a internet dude, okay? And I have my opinion just like everybody else. I'm sorry, deal with it. You got your opinion, I got mine, and I said mine. People don't even listen to the damn video. They're just fans of Charleston White. And the crazy thing is Charleston White probably don't even know these people exist, all right? But they defending them like they're his lawyer and shit. I don't know. I don't get it. That's my opinion on it. I don't think Charleston White gives a damn about what I think about him. I'm just giving my opinion on it. So if I hurt anybody's feelings because y'all deriding this brother, I'm sorry, okay? We all got opinions. I don't have to like who you like, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to the hip hop. I think Pete Rock is just holding on to some grudge. Now, to be fair, when CL Smooth did that interview on Drink Champs, if you look at Pete Rock's Instagram, he did say like the plea was kind of weird, or what the beginning of his and I think what CL Smooth was trying to convey is that he's not a music producer. They made a group. And instead of Pete Rock focusing on the group, you know, back then, yo, everybody had a Pete Rock remix. Das Effects, they even did Down with the King with, I mean, I could stay here all day and list Pete Rock, you know, and his remixes was dope. But if you look at other artists like Mobb Deep, for example, Havoc kept a lot of and he said this a lot on interviews. If he gave somebody Shook Ones, they probably wouldn't even be at the status where they were. And if you look at Havoc, like Havoc is one of the greatest producers in hip hop. He kept a lot. I mean, he did some productions for like Big Noyd. He did some for Noriega, sprinkling here or there, Nas, second album, but he kept most of the heat and most of his music for Mobb Deep. Pete Rock didn't do that. He was basically, and he has a right, that is his life. But what I'm just saying, that's what I think CL Smooth was trying to convey. So he's basically competing with other people that's using his producer, and then he's not a producer, so he's going to make most of his money doing his shows. Being a producer, you don't have to do shows. You can just sit in your studio and make beats for other people and get paid. So I see where where they had that beat for that little, but I was hoping for hip hop, man, and for the fans that they will put their I won't even say Pete Rock will put his differences away and just do one. I mean, you didn't have to be in the studio. Now you can just send some beats or something, man. And just because after the main ingredient, it just felt like, it's like an open chapter to it. Let's close the chapter. Some people might disagree with me and be like, they don't need to do it. But I would love to see that. I don't think we will. But, that's just disappointing. The other thing is I seen Crazy Legs come out, and this big thing, this has been going on for a couple of months, and I agree with Lord Jamar. Black Americans invented hip hop. Nobody said Puerto Ricans didn't contribute. Now, people say Latinos, all right? Now, I'm from Brooklyn. I grew up there. I was born in 1980. By the time I started getting into hip hop, Puerto Ricans was there, breakdancing with us. I had Puerto Rican friends on my block. We were tagging up trains, all that. They were always there because, I didn't go back to the 70s. You got dudes like Grandmaster Caz. Now, he says that, Jamar wasn't around, Lord Jamar wasn't around. Well, Grandmaster Caz was around. And a lot of other OGs, and they saying the same thing, to the point that Grandmaster Caz had a friend that was Puerto Rican, and he was basically getting teased, oh, why you hanging out with these black dudes and stuff. Now, I can attest to this. I had a couple of Puerto Rican girlfriends, and they parents, yeah, they didn't like that at all. They did not like that at all. So it was a lot of racism there with that older generation. I'm not talking about the generation that grew up in the 80s. Hip hop brought us together. But that the parents and stuff, they wasn't having that. It's, you know what I'm saying? They stuck to themselves. Now, I can't speak about what went on in the 70s and stuff like that. But like I said, by the time I was going into hip hop, you had the break dancers. Shout out to Crazy Legs. I got respect for him. You know what I'm saying? But this fight stuff, come on, man. And I heard him use a word. And see, some semantics. Nobody said that Puerto Ricans, not Latinos, Puerto Ricans. I mean, them, you might classify them as Latinos, but it's mostly Puerto Ricans that contributed to hip hop in the beginning. They didn't create it. Nobody said they didn't contribute to it. And I heard him use that word. Lord Jamar never said that they didn't contribute to hip hop. He said he didn't create it. Black people did. Just like how we created rock and roll. Just like how we created blues. Just like how we created jazz. Just like how we created tap dance. And we could just go on and on and on and on and on. All right? But it's taken, I don't see where the problem is. You have a lot of Puerto Ricans. If you do the knowledge and a lot of, research, there's a lot of African history in Puerto Rico. Now, I know a lot of Puerto Ricans don't want me to say that because they'd rather be white than black. I'm sorry. You got a lot of African, where you think you get your spiritual systems from, Santeria and all this, and even the foods. Some people just got dropped off on an island from the slave ships. Now, we was here before the slave ships, don't get that twisted, but some of us did come over there, and some of us went on those islands. It's just like Dominican Republic. And I spoke about, I don't know if I made a video on it, but when I went there, it was one of the worst experience I ever had. I mean, you had people that look like me, all right, being like on this racist, weird vibe. You had some people that was, cool. Not everybody's gonna be, not everybody vibrates at a low level. But the majority of the people, you go into the stores, they won't even approach you or anything. And I was like, wow. And they're right next to Haiti. And they try, so it's like they do everything to try not be black. But then I see a video and y'all trying to rhyme and rap and use black culture, American black culture, but then y'all got a problem with black people. It's like, okay, doesn't make sense at all. It just shows that ignorance is crazy, and when you don't read or do nothing, and just one of these 85 deaf, dumb, and blind people, I can't stand 85ers. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect, you know what I'm saying, but I can't be around them, bro. And I notice the more you walk, whatever, I don't even know, the spiritual path or whatever you want to call it, self-development, whatever. Once you start walking this path, you start noticing that a lot of people outside like irritate you. You like isolate yourself, because it's like you can't deal with the beat. You can't deal with the ignorance. People just want to open up their mouth and they have no facts behind it. No facts behind it at all. Just want to open up their mouth and say something. And it's like I said, man, this internet is a gift and a curse, but it seems like the curse is outweighing the gift in this time, because it's so much crap on here. It's like, that's why I'm so happy I can make a living and I don't have to, people think that the only way that you can make a living is on YouTube, and you got to sell your soul and tap dance and do all kind of crazy, clout chasing crap to make some ad money. There's other things you can make money if you have skills, or even just following your gifts or whatever. There's other ways to make money. You don't have to sell your soul. You got people going into other gang hoods, dissing them and stuff just to get views, man. It's nuts. And then they end up dead. And then at the funeral, we're gonna talk. We wanna sugarcoat it, or he was just it's sad. He was doing some dumb. He was doing some dumb, and that's what happened to him. Let's just be real about it. So, if y'all want to fight, that's cool. Don't underestimate Lord Jamar. I seen you in the boxing doing your thing, crazy legs, but I don't know. I think Lord Jamal will handle that one, but I don't think he's even going to do that, because it's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying that Puerto Ricans did not contribute to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And why is it a problem when we speak the truth? It's a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem. It's a problem when black people try to get together. It's a problem. For example, you got these brothers in LA. They're talking about peace. Gangs actually talking about peace. Now you got some idiot going around tagging the walls. Look like straight out of COINTELPRO, because he don't even know what he's doing. And as far as the brothers out there, there's like, yo, that ain't no real tags. So they're trying to we can't fall for the okie doke. We know somebody's going to try to throw that wrench in. As long as I've lived and all the things I've studied, one thing I could say for certain people don't want people to come together. I don't know why. I have an idea of why. But especially us and the Brown, I think that's one of the most stupidest. I don't live in LA, That's LA politics, but I think it's one of the most stupidest beefs ever. But conquer and divide. Same thing what they do in prisons. You have the blacks don't mess with the Mexicans, and then the whites don't mess, because they know the majority of the people outnumber the officers. So how we gonna control them? We gonna divide them up, have them fighting against each other. Perfect example of what they do out here, and we fall for it over and over and over and over. Anyway, I don't want to make this video long for me just talking about, this is just my opinion on stuff. Like I said, if you don't like my channel, you don't like my opinions, that's fine. You could disagree and put in the comments why you disagree. But watch the damn video first. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't go in there like an idiot and talk about, I'm saying I don't mess with Charleston White, and you got this dude up in there. Not everybody that's black is down with us. I'm like, that's my point that I was trying to make with the video. Oh man, bro, you gotta have some. You really have to like have some tough skin to like even have a YouTube channel. And it's always our people. They just like to hate. They just see another black man's face, and that shit just it just hits them off. You know what I'm saying? They gotta. Oh, who's he? I gotta say something. It's sad, man. It's sad. But if y'all don't believe that deaf, dumb, and blind stuff is real, I don't know what to tell you, man. But anyway, if you made it this far, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Like the videos. I know you're not going to do that. We're not going to give him any likes. Subscribe. I know you're probably not going to do that. We're not going to blow his channel up. Who is he? That's just how people operate in this world. They don't show love or give a damn. You know what I mean? Now, if you generally don't like it, and you generally think I suck, then I get it. Don't like the video. Don't subscribe. But don't do it just to hate. Because you just look like a sucker. But anyway, hope y'all stay safe out there, man. And put it in the comments. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Like I said, a lot of Puerto Ricans consider themselves to be black. They say that a lot. So if we say Black Americans created hip-hop, why all of a sudden there's a division? That should include you too, right? If you consider yourself black. I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all stay safe out there. If y'all in Florida, stay cool, because it shouldn't be this damn hot in October. It's crazy. Peace, y'all.